My name is Donna Moran, and I'm the Director of Human Resources at Florida Commerce Credit Union. And I came to know Dr. Sherry through our CEO, Cecilia Homison. At the time, we had a couple of major projects come up, and we seemed to be struggling with the communication between different departments or different department leaders on those. And at that period of time, I went to our CEO and I said, I'd love to go ahead and bring in a specialist that can help us in this area, as I thought it would be a great benefit to the credit union. And that is exactly where Dr. Sherry's name came up. So shortly after that, Dr. Sherry came in and she worked with all of our leadership team, which is our managers and our supervisors. And she supplied us some assessments to complete and then worked with us there afterwards on the results of those. And basically what it really highlighted is it highlighted people's communication strategies and what they really particularly needed in order to work effectively on a team, and the information and the data that they would receive and how they would go ahead and process that information. And so the breakdowns that were happening before were because people wasn't receiving the information that they needed in order to move forward. So it appeared that they were being roadblocks, but they were just actually challenged in making a decision because they didn't have all the information they needed. So the after effect of working with Dr. Sherry is that we now know what each other's communication styles are and what information each of us need in order to move forward. So if I'm working with somebody who is very informational driven, I know that when I'm going to sit down with them with a meeting, I need to be prepared with facts and figures and be willing to show them this is the information we need, this is the information I can provide to you, this is the reason why, this is the cost, the data associated with it, the timeline, being very, very specific. And if I'm working with somebody who needs to see the big picture more, instead I will sit down with them and I will talk to them more about this is what the end result needs to look like, this is where we're headed to, and this is your share of that piece. And being able to supply everybody with the information they need has resulted in a dramatic difference. We are now able to move projects forward a lot quicker, which saves us a lot of time and a lot of money. People feel much more confident making the decisions that they were pressed to do before because they're given all the information that they need. And primarily, the biggest change is that we have a lot of trust that's building now in our organization. So each department manager now feels a part of a larger picture. They're sharing, if it is a project they're working on it, they're sharing the responsibility for that success of that project a lot more, which really just produces a lot better product in the end. And that's really been a dramatic change and a very positive change for us.